Hi there YouTube, it's Nikki again. So today, as you can gather from the title, I'm going to do a chit-chatty kind of drugstore glam kind of makeup today. So yeah, so this is my face. All I've literally put on is the simple regeneration age resisting day cream with an SPF of 15. Really like this stuff. And then before that, all I'd done is cleanse with my Clinique liquid facial, soaked in mild, just to get any of the dirt off my face. So yeah, as I said, it's going to be all drugstore stuff that I'm going to use for my makeup. So I'm going to start off with, this is the Maybelline New Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. People have said that this is a dupe for the Benefit Professional, but I don't really see the comparison in it, if I'm honest, but it does the job, it does what it says on the tin. So we're just going to blend that all in just around the areas where I have got open pores. Sorry if I look a bit funny in this light as well. I had a fake tan last night, so I might look a little bit orange. I think it always looks worse the day after. And now I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Paris Louis Magique base. Just a couple of pumps of that. And just pop that all over the rest of the face. I like this primer because it's just so, it gives you such a glow to the skin. Foundation I'm going to use today is a different one, and I've not used this for ages. It's the Infallible L'Oreal Paris Infallible Stay Fresh Foundation 24 Hour. Yeah, I'm going to give this a go today. So I'm going to put a couple of pumps of that on the back of my hand. I'm going to go in with the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush to start with. I'm just going to literally start on the forehead and bring it down the nose. This is obviously a little bit darker than what I usually would use, but that's because I have fake tanned, like I said, and this is in the shade 120 Vanilla. So I'm just really placing this to start with, just on the skin. I'm not too bothered about it looking seamless yet. Just really putting it on there, just to get it on. So this shows you how pale I am when I'm having vanilla foundation. Makes me look orange. I think it is a tad bit too dark, but it'll be fine once we've got a highlighter and stuff on there. So then I am going to go in with my Real Techniques complexion sponge, and it is dampened, just to pat all that in. Oh, that's better. And it will lift off any excess product as well. So if I've got too much on there, this sponge will take it off. Blend it down the neck so we've not got any lines into the ears. And on the eyelids. I do like to really work in my foundation. Just going to pop a little bit more on the cheeks. And just really bounce that on. dragging down my neck what excess I had on my hand. So I'm going to do my eyebrows next. So this is the Archery eyebrow pencil, and it's from Soap and Glory, and I use it that much that you can't even, there's no writing left on it. Excuse me. But yeah, it's in Blonde Bombshell, so I'm literally just going to use the spoolie end and just comb the brows through to start with. And then I'm just going to literally do hair-like strokes with the pencil. It's a really fine pencil, which I do like. I do prefer more of a natural look, but I mean, some people suit like the really dramatic drawn on brows, but I just don't think they suit me very well. I prefer the softer kind of effect. And towards the front I just change the direction and just go upwards. Again, just tiny little strokes. Lovely. Now I'm going to go in with, this is the 17 Miracle Matte Concealer Crayon, and I'm literally going to use this just to carve out underneath the brows. Not so much the top of the brows, just underneath, just to make sure that it is really crisp. Use the Real Techniques detailer brush just to blend that out. And then I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Brow Drama in medium brown. It's just a setting gel. And it just fills in any bits that I might have missed. Right, now all the foundation's done and my eyebrows I'm happy with. I'm going to go on to concealer. So to start with, I'm going to use the Maybelline New York Instant Age Rewind, the Eraser Eye Perfect and Cover Concealer in Light. I'm just going to take this around the nose and the chin. I always use this one sort of in this part of my eye, just to get rid of any dark circles. And then I go in with Beauty Blender and just blend all that out. So don't do major concealing or highlighting with that one. That one's just to get rid of any sort of imperfections or blemishes that I've got, and then dark circles right in the corner. Right, and then I'm going in with Collection Lasting Perfection in Fair number 1, and I'm actually going to take that because I obviously want this to be more of a glamorous kind of look, so I'm going to really use quite a bit of this today just to really highlight that under eye area, like so, on the other eye. A little bit on the eyelid just to prime the eyes for the shadow. And then I'm going in with this brush. It's just a really cheap one. I think I got it off eBay. And literally just dab it in. I think these brushes look kind of the same as the one on the BH Cosmetic website, so I don't know if they are the same or they might be slightly different, I'm not sure. But saying I think I paid about £3 for 2 kabuki brushes, this brush and some eyeshadow brushes. I wasn't really concerned as long as they'd sort of serve some kind of a purpose in my makeup kit. So that has made such a difference in the highlight. And then blend out this eye. Obviously you don't have to use this much concealer. This is just what I like to use. And then I'm going to do a little bit of baking today. Because if I'm going out, I do tend to do this. So I'm going to use, to bake, I'm going to use this Bourjois Universal Illuminating Powder. And it looks just like that. It's got quite a little bit of shimmer to it as well, and I do really like that about this powder, because I think it just brightens it up, makes that much of a difference. I'm going to make sure I've got no creasing happening. I'm literally taking a little cheap sponge like this to literally just pick up the product and just tap it under there. I'm not going to eye like so. I'm going to put a little bit on my eyelid, and then same with this eye. Because if you set it with creases in your under eye area, when you take it off, there'll be creases in your under eye area. And nobody wants creased under eyes. Right, so now I look like a crazy woman. I'm going to just conceal down the bridge of my nose, which will just give us a nice little bit of a highlight, and on the forehead. Cupid though, chin. I'm going to put a little bit down here as well, just to give us that little bit more of a carved out contour. I'm going to use my beauty blender to blend these bits out. Ear would be helpful if I could take my ears up. Especially in hairdressing, it'd be so easier if I could just take the client's ears off sometimes. Not like cut them off, I don't mean like I want to cut clients' ears off, I mean it'd be easier if I could take them off and then put them back on at the end. And then I'm going to just bake under here, so I've got a bit more of a crisper contour. So now I look like a crazy ass woman. I think it's fair to say. I look fairly crazy. out of iced tea. I'll take some of this bake off around here. So then I'm going to go in with my contour. So I'm going to do a bit of general bronzing first, and for that I'm going to use the MUA Makeup Academy bronzer, and this, you can get this in Superdrug I think. I don't know if they still do it, this is an old one, like I've just hit pan on it, and this is in shade number 3. You can see that. So I'm going to just do a little bit of general bronzing with that first. So I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques blush brush. Take a little bit and just literally, excuse me, iced tea giving me wind, and literally just bronze a bit everywhere with that one. Sticking to the usual areas for bronzing, like sides of the forehead, around the temples, in the contours of the cheeks, but just not massively in the contours of the cheeks. That's just to add a bit of a base in there. Almost makes it easy to blend it out, I find. I just smudged my eyebrow. And then to do my actual contouring, I'm going in with the Topshop bronzer, and this is in Sandcastle. Just looks like that. So it's quite a warm toned one actually, and I usually stick to the cooler tones, but I thought, well, since I've actually fake tanned, I thought, well, my face is going to be a bit warmer, so we use a little bit of a warmer contour. And if you don't know how to find your contour, you roll a brush in there, and where it sort of sticks, that's where your contour, natural contours of your face is. So I'll build it up, and I'm using the contour brush, ironically, by Real Techniques, and literally just working that colour in, not taking it lower than this, keeping that line there, not sharp, but I don't want to take the contour down any further, otherwise it can make you look a bit wider down here. So if anything, blend it upwards. Same on the other side. And if you're struggling to find where to contour, go like that and it'll be there. Just really build it up slowly, don't. I never just like dip my brush in like that and just go. Build it up nice and slow. And when you're happy with that, life is perfect. So easily amused. And we'll go up onto the temples next. And literally just, so yeah, just finished blending it up on the temples. And then I'm going to go along the jawline, and just to create that little bit sharper, more prominent jawline. And under the chin. And I'll take a little bit under the bottom lip, and to make that bottom lip look a little bit fuller. I do like to contour my nose as well, so for this I am going to take just this kind of angled eyeshadow brush. I'm literally going to take a tiny bit of that, and I'm going to start off around here. I'm going to bring it down the side of the nose. Just like that. I do this just to make my nose look a little bit slimmer because I feel like it's quite wide here. So I do just like to slim it down a little bit. I'll take a little bit there, just give me like a nice cute button nose. And that's it for my contouring. I'm just going to take the blush brush again and just blend it through and make sure that there's no harsh lines anywhere. I've got the sniffles, I'm sorry. Lovely. So now I'm going to get rid of the bake. So literally just going to swipe it away. And blend it down a little bit. And the same on this side. Like so. And now it's eyeshadow time. Woo! Right, so the eyeshadows I'm going to be using, I've got a mixture. I've got the two Natural Collection ones. I've got the MUA Makeup Academy Undress Me 2 palette, and I've got the L'Oreal Paris Palette Nude, which is just like that in one rose. So yeah, that one. Yeah, I'm gonna go quite a bit dramatic, I think. Exciting. Gonna just take a fluffy brush like this. This is Sierra Daily, or yeah, makeup.com. So I'm literally just gonna take this purpley muted shade here, this one. And I'm just going to take that on the fluffy brush and I'm just going to work that just through the crease, just as a little bit of a transition shade. Might not see it a great deal, but it's just there, just to work as a transition shade. So it makes all the colours easier to blend out. And then I'm going to take the one next to it, which is the slightly darker one. And on the same brush, and I'm just going to follow in with that there. So just going back and forth, like a windscreen wiper, just to make sure we've got no harsh edges at all. And doing circular motions, blend, 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 blend. Right, so there's our transition-y shades. Then I'm going to go in with the Natural Collection eyeshadow in Milk Chocolate. So it's just exactly what it says on the tin, it's like milk chocolate. Same brush, same place. Just gradually darkening this down, because you don't want to go in with a dark brown straight away and then it'd be like, oh my god, I can't blend it out, and it's all like liney and creasy and not looking attractive. And same on the other eye. Just nicely blended through. And now I'm going to change my brush. And I'm just going to use the smaller version, same brush. They haven't got numbers on, so I don't know, it just looks a bit like that. And I'm going to go in with, this colour from the L'Oreal palette. And just dab it on the brush. And I'm going to keep it more to the outer half of the eye. And just sort of blend that through a little bit. Try not to get any of these colours on the lid as such, because I do want to put another colour on the lid. Just blend that through. And same sort of motions as the other one. So blend it. Then I'm just going to take my fluffy brush again and just blend it all through. And now that we have got that bit of depth in there, I'm going to go into the MUA palette and I'm going to mix these two colours together. And I'm going to do that on a pencil brush. I'm just going to mix them two together and I'm literally just going to place that in that outer half of the eye, the crease, sorry, and literally just work that through. I'm going to pull it in slightly more for blending purposes. Tapping into that black again. I'm just going to pull that down onto the lid a little bit. Then take the other brush. And then again with the fluffier brush. Yeah, quite happy with that. Then do the same on the other eye. And in same again, fluffy brush again. And then with the pencil brush again, I'm going to grab some of that dark brown and I'm going to take it under the lash line. Like so. I'm not getting it in my eye. And take the other colour, the other brush. And literally just blend it up into that there. And then I'm going to take a bigger fluffy brush again and literally just blend that through. One more time. And then I'm going to take this goldeny shade right here on a flatter brush. So just on a brush like this. And I'm just going to pack the brush with that. And I'm going to pack that onto the lid. And I'm just going to hold a makeup wipe just there it is. It's not a wet makeup wipe. Just to catch any fallout that is likely to drop. And just really packing that on to the lid. And then just blend that line. Look how pretty that is. Oh, I love that. So I'm just going to go in with the Natural Collection Butterscotch eyeshadow. And I'm just going to use this just to highlight the brow bone. And just to blend that colour so it's not so harsh. Lovely. So I'm just going to go in now with the Accessorize Bronzing Block, which is a blusher, so I don't know why it's called a bronzing block. And I'm using the e.l.f. Professional Bronzing Brush to do this. And just take a little bit on the cheeks, just to pull the whole skin look together. And then I'm going to take this Real Technique Duo Fibre face brush and I'm just literally gonna blend all that together. And then eyeliner. So this is just the Smolder Kohl by Soap and Glory in black. I'm just gonna wine. I think I've got wine on the brain. Line the upper waterline and the lower one. Why not? Lovely jubbly. And then I'm going to take the L'Oreal Paris Superliner Perfect Slim in intense black just to line my upper lash line. And then I'm doing a wing. The wing liner is like my staple. If I don't wear a wing liner to work, everyone's like, "Oh, are you okay? You don't look very well." I was like, "Yeah, no, I just got up late and didn't have time to sit and fanny about doing a wing liner for an hour." And then for mascara, I am going in with the Rimmel London Extreme Black Wonderful mascara with argan oil. I haven't used this one before. So let's have a go. And it comes in a brush. Just like that. That's like a comb brush. And just do the other eye quickly. I feel like this doesn't really coat your lashes very well. I don't know, perhaps with another coat it'd be better. So I'm not going to put false lashes on, so I feel like I do want my eyelashes quite prominent, and I feel like it doesn't really make them that prominent. So I'm going to actually go in with my L'Oreal Miss Manga mascara over the top, just to thicken them up a bit. That's better. There we go. Make it actually look like I have eyelashes. I don't know, perhaps that one would be better if I do 2 coats, but I haven't got time to let it dry and do another coat. Go good bottom brushes. Lovely. Now, so I'm actually going to use the Makeup Academy Undress Your Skin Shimmer Highlighter. It just looks like that. I'm going to take my fan brush from Real Technique. Going in a little bit on the nose, Cupid's bow, a little bit on the chin, on the cheeks, just to get that lovely shimmer in there. I'm going to do a little bit on the brow bone as well, I think, on the top and underneath. I might go a little bit down the nose as well. Lovely. Right, so for lips, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline New York Colour Sensational lip liner in 540 Hollywood Red. So I'm just going to line my lips. I do fill my lip in entirely with the liner because I feel like it just let your lipstick last just that little bit longer. And then over the top I'm going in with Lip Bullet from Topshop. I don't know what colour this is, like what the name of it is. It's just like a deep red, like almost like a purpley red. And it came in a duo that I got for Christmas. And literally straight on the bullet. So that's it guys, that's my glam drugstore tutorial for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up and please do subscribe to my channel for more videos. Leave down in the comments box what you want me to do next because I'm open to ideas. Yeah, and I really enjoyed filming this video actually, except my camera kept dying, so that's why it's probably a little bit all over the place, so I do apologise for that. But yeah, do like and do subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!